Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Hey, guys. All right. I've been getting a lot of emails since the posting of the 1967 commercials, which were a real treat to find on some of these very rare CV machines, such as this. This is a CV 2000. This is from 1967. And I had several emails. I actually had an email from people that actually worked at CBS. Now that was a good one. Several people from CBS did see it, the actual network, and they said they might want to use me in the near future for something, and hopefully I can help them with some of their archives. I know they're sitting on an awful lot of tapes, but there's not a lot of places around still do the type of work I do, folks. I mean, I deal with some of the most obsolete video formats probably on the planet. Plus, I'm probably the only one that really understands how this stuff works and how to get them fixed at appropriate times, and so you're able to do tape conversions. As you know, this is a skip field machine from 1967. Now, you got to remember, you have to have a lot of capacitors, and sometimes what you're looking for isn't exactly easy to find. But I kept a good supply of capacitors for these particular machines and other machines. It's always good to swap out capacitors on these machines, especially when these cans on these machines and capacitors that's used on these machines, they go bad, guys. And these are motor run caps that runs this actual motor. Plus I put a brand new belt on this unit, and the video head bar and lots of other things. But this machine plays back really, really nice, and you're able to make adjustments to get a good tape transfer once you get it actually restored. Of course, you guys seen the CBS stuff I've been doing and how cool all that's been coming out. So anyways, I thought you guys would like to get a good idea of a CV skip field machine. Majority of these machines you find are complete garbage, guys. They have to be completely fully restored. That includes, most of the time, the capacitors on all these boards are no good, and these are kind of weird values, and you got to change them all out. But once in a while you get lucky and you get a machine that was put away and stored properly, and basically the motor run caps are just bad on it, and belts and various things. This was a very, very good condition machine when I got it. So there was very little I had to actually do to it. The tracking, everything stayed in place. These capacitors were all still really good. We did change out the control head, which is on the front there. That was the main failure for it keeping in control and keeping the track locked, where there is no tracking knobs on these guys. You cannot control the tracking on these machines. There is no control knob on these. But as you can see, I bridged a brand new capacitor that replaces the can capacitor, which is a motor run cap that runs this motor for the scanner and capstan roller. If you got a good capacitor and replacement on that, it keeps the speeds proper where they belong, so you don't start getting speed drops. And a lot of times when you find these machines, if you turn them on, they can catch on fire, and they had several times with me. I mean, these caps literally have caught on fire. I've had it happen several times. So anyways, I'm just doing a few little update modifications on this real quick while I have just a second, because I do have a few more, or I have several more skip field tapes coming that I'm aware of, and I just want to get this machine up and running to the proper level. And I don't like dealing with old shit. If it needs replacements, and pretty much I know exactly the replacements that it needs, I will actually replace it with modern, up-to-date caps to get the machine working back to a high proper level. And of course, you have to do lubrication, on the spindles. There's a lot of things on this type of machine you have to do. But once it's restored and you got proper sync, it's motor speed and everything else, you get good videotape transfers, sort of like like the ones you see on the 67 that I just posted. That's because this machine works 100%. These machines are crappy. From 1967, it was a very crappy video format before EIAJ came out. But I just thought you guys would like to know what it takes to do this type of stuff. And I'm glad everybody's enjoying the 1967 stuff. I am getting a lot of calls from CBS, NBC. They are very impressed with the stuff that I'm finding besides the work that I do, because these guys are still sitting on archives of stuff sitting in their storage areas and stuff they've been sitting on for years that, there's not many places that can still do this stuff. So hope you enjoyed this video.